Tonight, every human being disappears. No explosion, no warning. You are simply gone. Traffic is finally solved. But the real answer is far stranger than empty roads. For the first few hours, the world keeps performing for an audience that no longer exists. Lights glow, televisions argue with empty sofas, billions of alarms prepare to ruin nobody's morning. Then, the systems begin to notice. Power grids need constant balancing. Electricity must be produced at roughly the same rate it is being consumed. Without operators correcting problems, parts of the grid would automatically shut down. Other sections would fail as fuel ran out, equipment overheated, or small faults became large ones. Within days, most cities would be dark. The night sky would improve immediately. Humanity's final gift to astronomy would be forgetting to pay the electric bill. Nuclear reactors would automatically shut down, but some facilities would still require cooling and maintenance. As backup systems failed, several industrial sites could become dangerous. Meanwhile, underground cities would begin losing their quiet war against water. Subways and tunnels are constantly pumped. Turn off the pumps, and groundwater returns. Lower tunnels flood, rust spreads, concrete cracks. Escalators finally receive the retirement they have been screaming for. Above ground, animals face two completely different futures. Wildlife gets an enormous expansion pack. Deer move through suburbs, predators follow, birds nest inside buildings, plants push through pavement, and roots widen existing cracks. But many pets and farm animals are trapped behind doors and fences. Some escape, many do not. Breeds dependent on human care struggle, while adaptable dogs, cats, pigs, and livestock form feral populations. Nature does not politely reclaim civilization. It breaks in through the plumbing. In The World Without Us, Alan Wiseman showed that modern cities look permanent only because people constantly repair them. Remove maintenance, and water becomes the demolition crew. After a few years, roads split under weeds and freezing water. Wooden homes rot or burn. Glass towers lose windows during storms. Without firefighters, lightning and electrical faults turn local fires into neighborhood redesign projects. After decades, forests cover many suburbs. Rivers change course around collapsed bridges. Coastal structures are dismantled by salt, waves, and wind. Climate scientist Kurt Steger has examined how long human influence would remain in the atmosphere. Oceans and plants would absorb much of the carbon dioxide over centuries, but part of the signal could remain for thousands of years. So Earth would become greener, but it would not immediately return to the world before humans. After centuries, most ordinary houses are gone. Steel frames corrode, roofs collapse. Skyscrapers become strange cliffs filled with trees, birds, and extremely judgmental raccoons. Stone lasts longer. Tunnels, dams, monuments, and enormous foundations leave scars beneath the vegetation. In orbit, satellites continue circling without instructions. Low satellites eventually fall as the thin upper atmosphere slows them down. Higher ones can remain for centuries or longer, becoming a silent junk tour around an empty planet. And some evidence barely changes at all. Plastic fragments remain in soil and ocean sediment. Radioactive signatures remain locked in rock and ice. Geologist Jan Zalasievich and other researchers studying the Anthropocene have argued that humanity is leaving a distinct geological signal, an identifiable layer future scientists could recognize. There would be no future human scientists, of course. This was awkward for the publication process. After thousands of years, Earth looks wild again. Cities become low hills, forests occupy forest streets, large animals spread into places where traffic once controlled the food chain. But even after millions of years, your species has not vanished completely. Signals from old radio and television broadcasts continue traveling into space, going weaker but never reversing direction. For a brief shell of distance around Earth, fragments of news reports, sitcoms, and advertisements announce that an intelligent civilization once lived here. Imagine aliens receiving humanity's final cultural record. Not Shakespeare. An insurance commercial. The surprising truth is that Earth does not need humans to survive. Life continues. Forests return. Rivers move. Evolution keeps experimenting. But the world you recognize is not held together by concrete and steel alone. It is held together by millions of small acts of maintenance.